Now, we're going to take another look at the House of Representatives issue, that them passing that bill to compel submission of ministerial portfolios along with the list of nominees. And to do that, I'm being joined live from Abuja by a member of the House of Representatives representing Delta South, Mr. Ben Igbakwa. Thanks a lot for joining us on the news at 10 tonight. Now, there are a number of
Thank you very much,
proposals.
Gemma.
That's great. There are a number of proposals, but let's start off with the one that we understand you're sponsoring, which is proposing a timetable for submission of the nominees, etc. Why is this expedient at this time?
Well, first, correction, I represent Ethiopia Federal Constituency of Delta State, not Delta Central, and not Delta South. And for that, I think the last ministerial screening that happened in the country, you're aware of it, and the cry from the public as regards the caliber of persons and the screening process that happened. Naturally, we are legislators, and the Section 4 of our Constitution give us that express approval to make laws for the country. And where there are defects or where there are lacuna that was not envisaged by the people that created the Constitution, it is our responsibility to correct it. And that is just what we're doing, because it is known all over the world that it's only in Nigeria that ministerial nominee or commissioner nominees are submitted without portfolios. And when portfolios are not attached, what do you expect the lawmakers to do? Because most times it's actually the lawmakers that take the blame. They are labeled as bow and go legislators, and that, I think, it's not actually the true position, because the public does not know that the Constitution actually created that opening. If you look at Section 147 and 192, it's almost absolute. So that's what we're trying to cure, and that's why I brought the amendment.
All right, do you think that is all that is needed to improve transparency? You talked about the bow and go practice. That still happens, and you find that, you know, I don't know whether it's something that is unwritten or etc. Did you talk about that as well, quickly?
The Constitution in Section 147 and 192 made provision for the president-elect and the governors to select whoever they want as ministers and commissioners. But the office of a commissioner or a minister is actually an institutional portfolio given to the president and the governors in trust, and they can only give it to whoever they want. But in doing that, we discovered from the last screening and the cry from Nigerians that the ministerial nominees and the commissioner nominees, the way they are screened, they believe that the legislature is not doing enough. So that is why the last time 43 ministerial nominees were screened within 7 days, and some of them had to take a bow and leave because there's really nothing to ask them for. So what we're trying to do here, first, you campaign to govern or be the president of a country, and you took oath of office, and that is supposed to last for 4 years. And you see, at times, 7 months down the lane, 6 months down the lane, nothing has happened. Governors don't bring names of their commissioners, president don't bring the names of their ministers, and that means at that period, you definitely nothing can happen, because you cannot go to the National Executive Council. You cannot go to the State Executive Council because you need commissioners to do that. So meaning that certain decision of government, the policy trust of that government will still be in the dark, because once a new government takes place, come to office, the people expect to know the blueprint. The people expect to know what to expect, what to get from that government. They want the government to come out with the policy direction so that they can follow up. But if for 6 months, after a lot of anxieties and expectation, the governor, elected governor or elected president is just bringing the names of their ministerial nominees or the commissioner nominees, and again, they are coming without portfolio, and you expect the legislative arm of the government, be it state or national, to do magic. There's nothing we can do. That is why we have come with this amendment to the Constitution, because we see that there's a lacuna, there's an opening that is almost becoming obsolete for elected president and elected governors not to bring their nominees on time. And again, bringing the nominees without portfolios is absurd. And I believe Nigeria is the only country in the world. Then again, we're looking at creating time for other things. There are situations where certain persons have to be screened by various committees. It's not everybody that has to be screened and screened at the plenary, so that plenary can actually, they can have more time to do work at the plenary. Those are
All
some of
right.
it. Then again, in fighting corruption, we want to do everything possible as a legislative arm of government to assist the president in his fight against corruption. So whoever he's nominating or the governors are nominating, they should actually get to Code of Conduct Bureau, feed the asset and
All
liability
right.
form. And
Apologies. We really do have to go, Mr. Ben Igbapa. Apologies again for getting the constituency wrong. It's Itim constituency that he represents in the House of Representatives. Thank you so much for joining us.